Happy Sunday, everybody. It is Mia, and I thought I would hop on this afternoon. And if you guys can't catch it live, that's fine. You can catch it later on replay. But I had some time this afternoon to do my makeup, and I thought, why not? It's a pretty day outside, but I can't get in the sun today because I had a small medical procedure done yesterday. Nothing big. So I thought I would play with my makeup. I love playing with makeup. I say playing with makeup, but it's kind of like exploring different makeup techniques or ideas and seeing how they work out for you. But I've always kind of considered it playing with makeup because I've done it ever since I was a little girl. So today, let me know if this lighting is good or not, or if we need to adjust it or move around a little bit. But I'm just going to try a couple of different colors and maybe do something different on one side than the other, so you can kind of see what the difference is between a good color match or maybe a bad color match, or if we do something kind of bold or glowy on one side and don't do glowy on the other side. So that's kind of my concept today. So I have washed my face, and then I'm going to put some moisturizer on. This is Milk Moisturizer by Mascara. I have to say I've become addicted to this stuff. I didn't take it on the cruise with me. I just took some other products and I kind of missed it. So this is nice though because it has a pump on the top. You see this little hole here, and you just press it down and product comes out, and just enough for what you need, which is nice because you're not going to waste. And that's probably actually a little more than I needed, but don't forget your neck and jaw down here when you're doing your moisturizers too. But it also keeps you from constantly dipping your fingers into your moisturizer and maybe introducing, dirt or bacteria or something. So I'm going to put that on. I do have dry skin typically, so I do put moisturizer on in the morning and at night. So if you don't have dry skin, this might be something you don't need to do in the morning. But I do have dry skin, so, and especially in the summer because I'm outside so much. So I'm going to let that kind of soak in here for a sec. And then I'm going to get my brushes ready that I'm going to use today, I think. So I'm going to use 30-second hack brush. And this is the B squared brush. And I'll probably use my eyeshadow everything brush. If you notice, all these brushes are double-ended. These products so far I've showed you are all mascara products. And if you're interested in mascara products, you should see my link below. You should also be able to tap my nose and it'll take you to my link. So let me know if that works for you. So what else are we going to use today? I'm going to use a product for my brows just to kind of define them, even though they are dark. I do like to kind of tame them down. I'm not real into the big dramatic eyebrows that are really big or harsh or have high pitches to them. So that's not something you're going to learn from me here today. But there's tons of tutorials out there for you to learn different stuff. So that has soaked in. And then I've started kind of messing around with this as well. So I've started putting a primer on. So I've got a primer that's called the Porefessional. This is by Benefit. And then I ordered this one from Amazon. It's called Better in Your Skin. And it says it's a mineral primer, but it works with everything. So we'll just use this one today. So this is a squirt pump. I'm just going to squirt a little bit onto my finger, not very much. And then I focus mostly around the areas where I feel like, I put it everywhere, but I put it first on the areas where I feel like my pores show more. So that would be like my cheeks and my nose and my chin. Alright, So that's in. And then I'm going to do my makeup kind of a little backwards today than I normally do. I'm going to do my eyeshadow first. So I'm going to use some highlight first to kind of go around my eye and make it like an even palette, and also try to start covering up those dark circles under my eyes. So I'm going to use this brush here. This is my Hack brush, and I'm going to go in here with this kind of might look orangey on the video to you guys, but this is going to help camouflage those dark circles. And then I can put some on my nose a little bit if I have a little bit of redness on my nose, and then put some here and here. If you guys catch this on replay and you have any questions, just make sure you're typing #replay. That way I know that you didn't catch it live, and I should go back and answer any questions that you have. So I'm just tapping this all in. You can see how it's helping cover up the dark circles. I feel like I'm either too close up or the lighting is off or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hold this down a little. So that, and then we're going to take my brush here. This is my 30-second Hack brush. I'm going to take the more pointy end. I'm going to dip it in the lighter highlight, and then just kind of go under my eye a little bit to brighten it up and tone out some of that orangey color. All right. That should be good. And then now let's do some eyeshadow. So I think I'm just going to do kind of a quick simple look for eyeshadows today. This is one of my eyeshadow palettes. I have some others on the flip side of this that I use as well. So I'm just going to leave both of those open and kind of start dipping into my eyeshadows. So I think I'm going to do this light shade here, just all the way across my eyelid. Again, kind of creating just a solid base color. This brush makes your eyeshadows go on so smoothly. So you can see there, it's just a very light color. I'm going to kind of tap it off on the rag in my lap, and then I'm going to go in with some pink here, this pink here, and go across my eyelid here. There we go. I'm going to kind of wipe it off again, and then I've got either, I've got Bend and Snap, which is this color, and then the other color I have is Gigi, and it's this color here. They kind of look maybe a little similar in the lighting here, but I'm going to go with Gigi. It's a little more purple. So I'm going to take this end of the brush because I kind of want to go kind of just here in my crease. So I'm going to take that and just kind of smear it in right here, kind of in the crease of my eye. Now everybody's eyes are different. Some people have really prominent eyes. Some people have maybe hooded eyes. Some people already kind of have a nice crease there that they're able to go into wherever your brow bone is. But so you kind of have to just figure out what works for you and your eye type. Again, you can research videos on what might work best for your eye. You can watch videos, you can Google things, but I've tried a bunch of different things. So there is a little guide I have here on how to do eyes, different types of eyes, halo eye, smoky eye, two-tone eye, ombre eye, wash. So you just learn what works for you and what colors work for you and what you feel like draws out your eye. So that is Gigi. And I don't know that I've ever used Gigi as this color that goes through here, but I think it's working out pretty well. So really, with any of this makeup, when I've tried something new and different, I am pleasantly surprised that it all works out. Then I'm just going to tap that same end of the brush. I wiped it off in my lap on my rag. I'm going to tap it into this really light color here. And I'm going to go up by my eyebrow. That just gives it a little lift. Right. You can also go back with a color like that and kind of tap it in the inner corner of your eye, because that's going to lighten up that dark corner, if that's something you want to do. And here's what we have so far for eyeshadows. Once we get everything done, I can always go back in with the bigger blush or bigger brush and swipe it around and kind of fan it out or blend it in more. But we're just going to stay with this right now. We'll see how it looks when it's all done. And then I usually also like to put something a little darker just here in the corner of my eye. I just think it makes my eyeshadow look better. So whatever corner I'm going to put, color I'm going to put here in the corner of my eye, I'll probably bring down to the bottom of my eye as well. This will make my eye pop more. So I've got a color here called Trust, or I've got a color here called Oak. Oak is a little brown, more brown. Trust is kind of a brownish burgundy. It can actually go on pretty dark. So I tapped my brush off, and with the I'm going to use the Trust. With the Trust, you barely, because this is so pigmented, barely tap your brush in there, and you pick it up on there. So you're not like really scrubbing it in there. This color will last you a long time. And then I'm going to just tap it in the corner. And this color is blending nicely with the Gigi that I have in the crease of my eye. But it's not glittery like Gigi, so it's just adding a little bit of dimension to that outer corner. So I'll do that over here. So while I'm doing my eye, the moisturizer and primer that I put on my skin has had a chance to soak in. So you can see how that just adds a little bit of dimensions to my eye. And then we're going to go with that same Trust, barely tap it on, and we're going to drag it underneath the eye line here, eyelash line here. And that's also creating an eye look that makes me look like my eyes pop a little more. Remember guys, if y'all know anybody that might like this makeup or watching tutorials, be sure to share the video. That way we can all learn together. Alright, so now you see how my eye is starting to kind of pop out even more. And then I do like to line the top of my eyebrow as well, because I want a thicker lash line to show up. So there's a couple of different ways that I do this sometimes. One, I use this little brush here and this eyeshadow, which is called, I forgot what it's called. Let me see. It's called Salem. And it's pretty black, so I can use that as an eyeliner. I also have some gel eyeliners that are from, this one's from Smashbox, and it's a gel eyeliner. And sometimes even what I do, because I want, this brush does a really nice fine line, I'll just take it and go across my gel eyeliner. Because I feel like this gives me better control and coverage. So then I'll go in with my little brush, but I've got Smashbox eyeliner on it. And I just go across my lash line. And this is black, or a smoky gray from Smashbox. I'm not trying to get a really thick line. I just want, when I put my mascara on in a little bit, for there to be like a thicker lash line. So this is Smashbox Always On gel liner, and I think this is called Fishnet. And this does stay on pretty well, I have to say. So go in with this one now. So you could always just use this as well and, you know, go do this. But I don't know, I just like the brush. I think I get a better coverage. Or more precise coverage for sure. Alright. So how do my eyes look so far? They are definitely showing up better than when I first sat down. So we're just going to leave that be for now, and we're going to start concentrating on the face. So remember in the first of the video I had said I might try a couple of different looks to see, so I can show you guys how different contours might look depending on the look that you're going for. So on one side of my face, I'm going to use this contour. Hopefully it doesn't blend in with my skin too much. If it does, we'll try another one. This is called Olive. And remember, contour is that darker color that we put on our cheekbones here, kind of underneath our cheekbones. So we get that lift to our cheekbones, because as we age, we might have lost that natural kind of lift that we have to our face. So we want to create that. Hopefully this lighting is good. I feel like it's kind of off today. Give me a thumbs up if it's okay. So we're going to try that, or I'm going to show y'all how, and this is what I've been doing for the last week or so. I've been using this deeper, darker contour. It's actually a highlight, but I've been using it as a contour, and it seems to have been working out pretty well. So we're going to do a couple of different looks. So I'm going to take my 30-second hack brush, and this is the larger, puffier side, and I'm just going to wipe it off, make sure I don't have anything on it. And I'm going to take my olive contour, and I'm going to dip my brush in there. Contour is like a thicker cream than, say, your highlight. So it takes a little longer to get it on your brush, but once it's on there, you can see it's there. So I'm going to go down through here. With my stone contour. I've never really used this color before, so we'll see how it works out. But like I told y'all guys, I'm doing this just kind of for fun today, and for you guys, and so we can all learn together, because I do like playing with my makeup. So okay, that's stone. I'm going to wipe my brush off, and then this side I'm going to do this highlight here. I'm using it as highlight. It's called Cinnamon, and it is more creamy, so it goes on a little differently. Notice I'm using the same brush. I just wipe it off and do the next one. So I'm going to kind of spread this up here. You can see how this one is much darker and kind of matty, and this one is a little shinier and kind of spreading around more easily. And that's just because of the difference in the texture between highlights and contours. Both of them will stay on though after I get them set, depending on how I use them. So this is cinnamon, this is olive. If I kind of mess up on my thing and go down too far like that, I can just take my lighter highlight and kind of go in and highlight get rid of whatever I need to do if I got too wild with it. So then those are the contours. So then we want to highlight the rest of our face, and I showed y'all my highlights earlier. This is papaya and wheat. So wheat's the lighter one. I'm going to go up through here and do some wheat down my nose. I already did it under my eyes, remember, because I was trying to cover up my dark circles. And then I can go on my chin here. And I'm just kind of trying to blend out the colors so they all blend together. And then if I want the other color here, the ones that's a little darker, I might go down on my cheek here, my chin, I mean, and then kind of just blend down. And see how that all works out. Now your contour, let me see how this looks in my little mirror. Hello, Alan. Hello, Abby. How this all works. So you can tell I'm just using this little brush just to kind of press everything in. I try not to swipe too much because I want it to just kind of get punched into the skin. Alright, so I think that's pretty good. You can tell how when you feel like you have your perfect highlight color, I'm not talking about the contour yet, just the highlight color, that it just blends beautifully. You don't feel cakey, you don't feel like you have a defined line between this going down into your neck. You feel like you can just kind of, you know, blend a little and be good and not have a huge heavy line here. So this combination right now for my skin between the wheat and the I forgot what the color was, wheat and papaya, it seems to be like the perfect thing for me right now. Now with contours, we also kind of like to contour up on our forehead a little here and down the side of our nose. That just kind of helps give you a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to use this stone contour here. It might have had a little bit of the cinnamon left over from it, and you can still continue to bring that down here and contour in a little. So now we want to work on these. Remember, we're doing 2 different colors if you're just dropping in. I did olive contour on this side, and I've used cinnamon on this side. Cinnamon is actually a highlight for darker tone skin, but I like to use it as a contour sometimes. So olive and that. So now we've got to put blush on. So with blush, we have a couple of different options. I have nude blush here, which you can tell I use a lot. We have pink grapefruit, which looks very, very pink in the cartridge, but it doesn't go on too pink. It actually comes off as a very nice color. And then we've got also, this one looks really dark, but it's called Black Cherry, and it is a beautiful color when it goes on. So for this side, I think I'm going to try using the Black Cherry with it and see what it looks like. So I'm going to still be continuing to use this double-sided brush here. This is the 30-second hack brush. So I'm just going to wipe that end off that I've been using for blending. I've just got a rag in my lap, and then I'm going to barely tap into my Black Cherry, and then we're going to focus on the apples of our cheeks. So I'm just going to tap it in there, and then I'm going to bring it up and blend up with my contour, because I don't want to swipe down, because I want to, again, remember, I'm trying to bring focus to lift my cheeks where the focus is bringing them up. So that is Black Cherry with olive. Then I'm going to wipe that same brush off, and we're going to go in on this side, and we're going to do nude blush, and we're going to tap that into our cheek, and again, bring up, stapling it in a little, getting it blended. I went on the other side with this color just because I'm in the habit of doing that, but forgive me. I know what y'all know. You know what I'm doing. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you like this side or this side? Comment either BC for Black Cherry or N for nude. That way I'll know what side, the Black Cherry side or the nude side. I really think that I think I'm really liking this contour right now better. This one, when I look at it in the mirror, it's not bad. Hello, Amanda Schmidt. It's not bad. To me, it just looks a little muddy or something, and this looks brighter to me. So, my left-hand side you like better, so this one, honey, this one. I think I like that side better too, because this one to me does look a little muddy. But this is why I wanted to show you guys, when you get the perfect color for your skin tone and the color match, then your makeup just goes on flawlessly. Is this horribly bad? No. Is it the perfect one? No. But could I make it work? Probably. But this one is the best. And I like the shiniest, the shiny part of it, how it glows a little more. And it just looks a little more natural. Thank you for your feedback. So now we've got eyeshadow done. And now that I have my makeup on, I feel like I do need to blend this a little more. So I'm just going to take this brush. This is my eyeshadow everything brush. And just kind of swirl. And swirl and swirl. So earlier you saw me and I was doing this with the makeup. That's called like the windshield wiper. But when you really want it to maybe blend out more, you just do the swirl. Okay. So since you like this side better, I'm going to go back and do a little more of that color and see if we can make them look more the same. How is that, dear? This makeup is really forgiving. If you make a mistake, you can always go back and fix it. So then also what we like to do sometimes, I don't always do this, but we'll see what happens today since I've got time. You can contour your nose if you kind of want to try to create a little bit of contouring of the nose. So I'm just going down the side of my nose, actually with the olive that I used on the side of the cheek that we decided we don't like, but it's not really showing up very well, but it'll be okay. And then we can go back down the center of the nose with the light highlight. And there we go. So now I just kind of want to set this all in place. So I have a perfector sponge that I wet a while ago in the bathroom. And then I'm just going to lightly, this is just damp, I'm just going to tap it in. This is going to help blend everything in and kind of make it flawless. I still feel like that even on this side here and this side, there's no defined line between where my makeup kind of stops and my skin begins, because it's all blending very nicely. Hi, Lori. Thanks for joining. I hope you're feeling better. So now we've got that all blended in, and it's looking pretty good. It looks a little shiny right now because the sponge was wet. Also, to help your makeup stay, we've got a stay spray. I call this like hairspray for your face. It smells wonderful and it doesn't make your face sticky or feel funny. So you just kind of sit back, spray. You can just let it dry, or you can go back with that damp perfector sponge and tap it in. And when I do my makeup like this and I use that stay spray, I have to say my makeup lasts all day. I can come home from work and look at myself in the mirror and think, you know, hey, I'm still looking pretty good. So then I'm going to put some lipstick on. This is Maybelline Super Matte Ink. I like this because it stays on all day. Sometimes I'll top it off or underneath with one of the lip and cheek colors from mascara, but you don't have to. But like after this dries, I can go in like with the nude or even the pink grapefruit, depending on what I'm wearing, and brighten that up. And I never did my eyebrows, so let's just use this CoverGirl Shape and Define to kind of make those bad boys get tamed down a little bit. So this is not the perfect color for my eyebrows, but it'll work today. I need to go get my eyebrows done again, so. But I'm just going to kind of comb these bad boys out. Some of my eyebrows get super long and then they just want to go everywhere. So I don't know if y'all have that problem. But even when I go get my eyebrows done at the brow bar, I have to trim them sometimes with scissors, which is kind of embarrassing. But so now let's do mascara. This is my new favorite mascara. It's called Bad Gal Thing by Benefit. So even though, for you guys who haven't really watched me before, you're watching Amanda Schmidt, yours are curly. Well, of course yours are curly. You've got a head full of curly hair. I don't know how you take care of those eyebrows. I guess you do the same thing. You get some sort of gel and put on them and tame them down. Although I'm showing y'all a product that's by Mascara, they do not actually make a mascara. So I kind of float around between different mascaras, but I do love Benefit's mascara, so I usually stay in their line of mascaras. This is a brand new bottle I just opened up, so it kind of feels like it gets going on heavy, but this stuff makes my eyelashes show up, which I love, because normally my eyelashes just disappear. And yes, I do a funny mouth when I put my mascara on. Do y'all do funny mouths when you put your mascara on, or you're doing something on your eye? See right there, I have this eyebrow that's like going wild. I tend to do this when I put my mascara on. And I don't know why. Does that make your, I mean, does that keep our like facial muscles from moving or something? Or do y'all find that y'all don't do that? Let me know. Write a message. Pop. You mean my eyes are popping, honey? I appreciate you guys watching. Sure, Amanda Schmidt. I know you're busy with those kiddos. But if I see you in July, if y'all come up here, we can talk before that. Or if you want like a little mini makeover, or we can do a play date with makeup, then we'll do something, okay? So mascara is done. What do you guys think? Give me a thumbs up or some hearts if you like it. If you really like it, share this video with your other friends. And if beats studying, well, yeah, honey, you're supposed to be studying. Share it with your friends or family if you think you know someone who will like it. If you want to link to my page to see what products are available, just tap my nose and it should be able to take you to the page. So just to recap what we've done today, I started off with moisturizer and primer. I did my eyes. We did some contouring and highlighting and lipstick and mascara and eyebrows. Normally this routine only takes me about, I would say, probably less than 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Depends on how much I'm doing. Today it's taken a little longer because I take the time to kind of walk y'all through what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, the colors I'm using. Plus we were testing out like which colors were working better for highlights and contours. So I thank you guys for joining me today, and y'all enjoy your Sunday, and I will see you back soon. Just let me know if you have any questions. Bye bye.